Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another card video at my YouTube channel and blog. Today I'm going to be creating a card using the Birthday Bits stamp set that's included in the September 2015 card kit from Simon Says Stamp. I attempted to make this card a few days ago, but I didn't like the color combination, so I'm going to recreate it and just change up the colors that I used. So that was the first one that I made, and I still might put that on a card. It's starting to grow on me. I'm going to first stamp the images in VersaFine Smoky Gray, and this is a pigment ink, and it's also a really great ink for fine images like these stamps. And I also wanted to use this particular ink because I can use it with embossing powders. Because it's a pigment ink, it takes just a little bit longer to dry, so it's perfect for making that embossing powder stick to the stamped image. So the thing that I noticed with this particular ink plus embossing powder on watercolor paper, because I am using Strathmore watercolor paper, is that the embossing, when it's heated up, it sort of sinks into the paper just a little bit. I've noticed this with other embossing powders on watercolor paper, but in particular this one sinks quite a bit. Like when I put my fingertips over the surface of the watercolor paper, I couldn't even feel where I had stamped. It was very, very flat, but it retained its metallic finish and it still sort of resisted all of the watercolor on top. So it still did everything I wanted it to do, it just doesn't have that raised feel when you touch the cardstock or when you touch the watercolor paper. So I stamped the 3 balloons and also the greeting and then the bows on all of the strings, and I used a bit of Post-it tape to mask off that sentiment area while I was stamping the strings. So the Post-it left behind a little bit of residue, so I had a little bit of powder sticking to that. So I did take a dry paintbrush just to brush away all of that embossing powder that I didn't need. Thankfully, I had already embossed the birthday wishes before I did that, so it wasn't a problem at all. So I just heat set that till all of the embossing powder was melted. And then I wised up and decided to use my powder tool. Usually before I do any stamping or embossing, I always prep my work surface with a bit of powder from the EK Success powder tool. However, this time I was just eager to get going and I forgot to do it, and later regretted it when I had to fix all those powder issues. So I'm taking the small heart and stars and little bow stamps from the stamp set, and I just stamp those kind of all around the balloons, and then I emboss those as well. Didn't want to mention that on my first attempt at this card, I did not emboss the stamping at all. I just used the Smoky Gray ink, and it looked okay, and like from afar on the video it looks okay, but up close all that water sort of softened the edges of the stamping, and even though it's a waterproof or bleed-proof ink, I didn't quite like the look of it. So that's why I decided to change it up and try this card again. So I'm using some distressed ink for the coloring. I'm using the color Abandoned Coral. I really diluted that down and painted the first balloon on the right. Then I painted the balloon on the left with some Evergreen Bough. I let those dry, and then I painted the center balloon using some Mustard Seed. And I did it in this order because I wanted to be able to paint those two sides and then the yellow and not have it be wet when I was still painting the yellow. So I dried everything, and then I went back over all 3 colors with a little bit stronger of a paint here, or a little more ink than water than I had before, just to add a little bit of interest. And I like how those colors overlapping make it look like the balloons are translucent and in front of each other. So I'm using some Hickory Smoke ink. This is a new gray from Tim Holtz, and it's fantastic. I've always loved Pumice Stone, which is the older, kind of only other gray option you had unless you wanted to dilute black soot quite a bit. And Pumice Stone is a great color, but it really has a warm look to it. And with this silver embossing, I really wanted it to be more of a cool brown or a cool gray. So I used this Hickory Smoke, and it was the perfect toned back, just neutral gray. It's a great color. So I did the same thing on that background that I did on the balloons. I colored it in with a really diluted color, and then I dried it and then went back over with a stronger color. So I was going to leave it without any other additional water droplets or anything, but I didn't like how solid those darker colors on the balloons looked. So I decided to add a little bit of water with my spray bottle and let the water sort of bleach away that color. That's one of the great things about Distress ink, is that it reacts with water even after you dried it, so you can really add more texture. So I'm prepping my card base here. I'm scoring some Fog cardstock from Simon Says Stamp at 4 1/4 to create a top folding card, or I'm sorry, a side folding card. Then I put some adhesive on the back of my watercolor panel and press that down onto the card front. That pretty much finishes the card for today. I really love the shine on this. It really helps the watercolor stand out, and it's just super fun and a kind of a different looking card, very festive. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and I will catch you guys on Friday for a brand new card video. Thanks for watching. Thanks again for watching today's video. On screen right now are 3 more card videos where I did a little bit of watercoloring. So if you're interested in those videos, go ahead and check them out. You can click on them right now and it will take you directly to those videos. Or if you're on a mobile device or a tablet, the links for these videos are down in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.